10,000 years
since the last signs video.
Finally, about time, back with a bunch of new and old signs. A whole season went by and I didn't do anything because I was busy trying to figure things out or working on other vids. Last time I wasn't sure if I should continue since it was getting obvious, so I asked you guys for your opinions on my previous signs vid, and a lot of you were like, yeah, continue please, or like, yeah, it's pretty clear by now, but I love to see you pointing things out more. So yeah, I decided a long time ago that I was going to continue, but now with the love pentagons coming in, I was like, oh, I should look at it all, just to have a better idea of what it all means, so I'm going to do that at the end. Even though the main focus would be the third season, of course, I still want to first talk about some signs from even before that, with two that I think are pretty big. If you remember how I was missing the last part of my Signs Part 3 video, I want to go back and finish that up, like I said I would, just so I'm done and more caught up. I just like to have a more complete collection of everything major. Some of you, my viewers from way back, would already know these signs, but I might add on to them, and it's good to have a reminder. Okay, let's start.
Think you'll be as sneaky as a cat?
I don't know. Should we take bets?
Going back to the scene with Kat and Rena Rouge. In my older videos, I said, Kat or Adrien rarely flirting around other girls except for Ladybug and Marinette. This one scene, he got a little too close for comfort with Alia, did hand kiss, fandom went, excusez-moi! When I saw it, I thought maybe he flirted around more girls after all, as part of his character, but we don't see enough scenes yet. He was mostly friendly with Rena later though. Or, I thought, he was doing one of those things guys do to make girls they like jealous by acting close to other girls in front of them. So Zag had a scene with him doing this for an opportunity to kind of show Ladybug's jealousy. And we do see it. Smiling before, then not anymore. There was even a sound from Ladybug.
Cat?
I don't know.
So to have voice acting for this quick flash makes this intentional animation. Ladybug continues to say something good about herself to return Kat's attention to her, kinda like in 𝗀_់, which I talked about before.
Your friend seems pretty good.
I surround myself with only the best.
I wasn't talking about you.
Hand kissy, reaction, moves back. So again, they possibly had this kind of scene with Kat and Rena for this reason, but it's true that up until then you don't see Kat being flirty with other girls except for Mary and Ladybug. And I would say he wasn't even that flirty with Rena. Just got close and did hand kiss thing, which we actually don't see him doing anymore recently except with Ladybug. Despair Bear again.
May I?
Yeah, sure. What?
Have a macaroon. Wow, this is really good. Your baking is as good as your dancing.
I could see that. He was teasing her. At the end there. I see flirtiness. For one thing, leaning too close. Then he proceeds to tease by mentioning her dancing. But that's not all that shows how he was teasing. If you listen closely, you could hear him humming an innocent tune. In the end screen, you can see him with this very smug expression. Look at this face. He did all that on purpose. Guys may tease a girl they like, especially if it's talk about good dancing or whatever.
What if Cat Noir doesn't turn up?
Oh, he will. I trust him.
They could have chosen not to have the scene, but to have it shows something about the development of Ladybug's relationship with Cat Noir. Trust is important. Is it just fan service? Possibly, but we had tons of that earlier in the episode, so I don't think this extra thing was added just to feel that. Another thing to add to my point.
Shouldn't you wait for Ladybug?
I trust her. She always shows up at the right time.
You really love her, huh?
If that's what this trust means in the show, and Kat loves Ladybug, then maybe the previous scene was then really suggesting more of the romantic feelings. You can see parallels. In this episode, Elby and Kat were joking around and he said, I'll meow you a serenade one of these days, to which Ladybug reacted laughing. It's another one of those scenes where Ladybug was actually laughing at Kat's lines, unlike before in the show. And it's one of the more flirty lines. She could have scoffed at what he said, but didn't. At the end of the Befana, when Adrien gave Marinette the bracelet from him, he also mentioned how he carried her bracelet around everywhere.
Wherever I go, and I think it works pretty well.
Which obviously shows that it's special, which made me think that he believes it works well because it's from her. The following scene confirms this. Marinette was talking to Tiki about his bracelet, and she was like, "Do you realize he made it specially for me, with his own hands?" So clearly they're emphasizing the effort he put into it, which reveals that he really cares about her. Now listen to what Marinette says.
The most important thing about a present, Tiki, is the person who's giving it.
Marinette said that while the scene shows Adrien staring down at the gift. He was off alone, away from the party, by the way, just like Marinette, who was also away from the party admiring his gift. And of course we know she likes him for sure. They also show him staring at it for a reason because he could have returned to the party. They didn't have to have the scene. And usually this kind of scene wouldn't be for friends. But anyway, what Marinette said seems to reflect how Adrien feels about the gift and about her, because they show it at the same time. Shows, including this one, do this sometimes, like how what Marinette read in Master Fu's letter Master Fu matched with what the scenes were showing. He likes it so much and thinks that it works because she's the one that gave it to him.
Special friend, special friend.
Okay, enough of that. Smiling brighter when she held on to him. She could have just held his hand but went closer right away. You could say this was her way of cheering him up, but it seems like they worked out their problems right before that. If this is her reacting to knowing that Kat's feelings were serious, then you can see that he's special to her. When Nathaniel confessed, this kind of reaction, not even close. She's closer with Kat because of how much they interact during missions. But of course, if she didn't like him, she wouldn't be doing that. And then this one's obvious.
You can keep the rose. It goes with your costume.
The blushing bug feeling reveal right there. Then she stares off at him. Blushing is widely known to be because of embarrassment, also anger or attraction. We can cancel out the first two. Despite pushing him away because of Adrien, this says it all about how she really feels. If you pay attention to the Miraculous Secrets mini-series on the MLB YouTube channel, you would have gotten a hint pretty early about Marinette's buried feelings toward Cat Noir. In the one titled Cat Noir as Seen by Marinette, here's something she says about him.
Feels like we've been together forever. I mean, like we've been fighting villains together, right? Because there's absolutely nothing between us. He's just my partner. My teammate is what I mean.
She keeps feeling the need to correct herself when she said something that suggested that they were closer, despite not having the need to. I mean, she's writing in her diary. She keeps actively denying that she likes him, which is weird, suggesting that she's thinking about the possibility, about her feelings toward him, and she's doing the denying because she's established her existing feelings for Adrien. We see similar scenes in the show all the time. She continues to talk about not liking him and guys that show off like him. But I mean, at the beginning of the video, she was talking about him in a more just teammate kind of way, and then she started talking about him in relation to romantic feelings out of nowhere. Seems to be in denial, like Adrien's chronic she's just a friend problem. Back to how she's pushing him away because of Adrien, she talks about Adrien at the end of the video and compares Kat to Adrien.
Except I love Adrien. Cat Noir's not anywhere near as perfect as Adrien. He does have some really cool things about him, though.
If she doesn't like this guy, there's no need for that at all. I mean, you're comparing him to the one you love. And despite denying her feelings all over the beginning, she concludes with,
Okay, so maybe I'd see Cat Noir differently if there was no Adrien.
"Aww, ding ding ding!" She said it. But of course, this is in the earlier moments of the show, so I'd say it's some attraction. Now this one's exciting! Around a year ago, I made a post in my community tab about the music that was playing during the Despair Bear dance scene. Check this out! Someone told me about this. The Marinette and Adrien dance song is a snippet from I Won't Hold You Back by Toto. Love it. Go to around 3:14 on this video. It's an electric guitar. But nothing could beat the rains down in Africa. I think I really got it from this person in the comments of a video with the song playing. Thank you, sweetie. You can click above and listen to the song to confirm that it's the same one that played. And then 𝗀ecie_𝗿𝗀𝗀, thank you so much, commented that the song lyrics really relate to them, so a lot of the credit goes to her. Thank 𝗀ecie_𝗿𝗀𝗀. When I listen to music, I naturally pay more attention to the sound of it before the lyrics. I mean, I have to want to listen to it a lot before I learn more about it later after I get used to how it sounds, and when I have more time. Anyway, yes, the lyrics are super freaking wonderful. Let's take a look. If I had another chance tonight, I'd try to tell you that the things that we had were right. Time can erase the love we shared, but it gives me time to realize just how much you cared. Now you're gone, I'm really not the same. I guess I held myself to blame. Time can erase the things we said, but it gives me time to realize that you're the one who's sad. You know I won't hold you back now. The love we had just can't be found. You know I won't hold you back now. Now that I'm alone, it gives me time to think about the years that you were mine. Time can erase the love we shared, but it gives me time to realize just how much you cared. Then it goes back to the chorus. It's literally like this song is from the perspective of Adrien after losing Marinette. He would be realizing how much she means to him when the circumstances around him forces him to reassess his feelings. So it's like when she goes to 𝗀𝗀𝗃. And by the way, I want to point something out from my reaction again, which I forgot about when I first watched the season finale. Here's what I said.
Marinette's gonna think that he likes Kagami now. But no, it's not quite true. So then she's going to accept 𝗀𝗀𝗃 more, and then Adrien's gonna see that Marinette likes 𝗀𝗀𝗃 now, and we know how he feels on the inside.
It was just a prediction, but that's almost like what we're starting to see in the show, and it connects perfectly to the song as well. So, like, the song could have been foreshadowing the whole time. I mean, they chose to play part of this specific song during the dance scene where Adrien was so close with Marinette. I suggest that you listen to the song and dive to the lyrics. I was so euphoric sitting there with headphones months ago with my ears lasering into the song, even though that's not how it works. I mean, look at my listen on repeat with 83 loops. But also it was the electric guitar, it sounded so nice. Anyway, back to the video. It also made me wonder if they would play a meaningful song during the next ball in the future. Like, we've been teased about a ball, right? I thought this song would be more like from Adrien's perspective because of the scene it played in, although it could work for Ladybug. But what if the new song will represent the feelings from Ladybug's side more? Yeah, the thought made me so happy! Of course, we don't know for sure that their choice of this song was because of that reason, but yes, it's oddly fitting. He won't hold her back though. He'll keep watching her, regretting that he didn't realize sooner. But the same thing will probably happen on Ladybug's side, so eventually they come together. Can't, my children. Talking about songs again, this is probably the last major sign I was missing from my part 3 video, and yeah, I have more to say about it. I now direct your attention to a song from the Miraculous Christmas album. It's called It's Gonna Be a Miraculous Christmas, and there's one part in the song that really stands out. Let's take a look at the lyrics, and you can listen to the song at the same time there if you like. The lyrics say, "My wish for a cat who's in love with her own ladybug is that he'll get what he's always wanted." She doesn't know she loves him, only sees Adrien, but Christmas miracles always happen. This could, of course, mean two things. Option 1, she doesn't know that he's the boy she's loved all along, or option 2, she doesn't know she loves Cat Noir deep down because her feelings for Adrien block them out. She only sees Adrien. Now last time, what I noticed was that they had a clear division between the Adrien and Cat Noir sides, so maybe the song lyrics are closer to the second possible meaning. I mean, yeah, they could have said it more clearly, flat out, that she doesn't know he's the boy who she loved all along, or said something like she doesn't know if she loves him under the mask, or something like she doesn't know she loves him, that he is Adrien. So rather than connecting the Cat Noir sides to Adrien in the alternative lyrics that I gave, there's a separation. As another thing, in the show, they do separate the two character sides in Weird Ed.
He's in love with Ladybug.
Marinette in love with Cat Noir. I didn't think he was her type.
I have something else to kind of support this theory. If you look at the album, this song and My Christmas Wish are the two bonus tracks. Every other song except the Miraculous theme song, I think, played in the Christmas special. But that wasn't labeled as a bonus track. These two were. Why were only these two chosen to be bonus tracks? Well, if you pay attention to the lyrics, they seem to match each other, so they are emphasized by being bonuses. The first song is sadder and seems to be about Marinette wanting Adrien to notice her. On the other hand, this song is about the ladynoir side. In the first song, a Christmas wish is mentioned, and in this song, a wish is mentioned too. But this song talks about how Christmas miracles always happen. The whole song has a more merry tune, so even though the first song was pretty negative, the song seems to suggest that it will all be good in the end for both songs, since they seem to be connected. And Santa knows just what to do for me and you. Now these wishes coming true can mean Adrien and Marinette being together, and by that meaning without thinking of the different sides of the love square, or about how Adrien will have a better understanding about his feelings for Marinette, and it will be the same with Ladybug and Cat Noir. Since there is a separation of songs instead of just having one song about how the love square should become a love pair through some sort of reveal, the second conclusion is probably more likely. Galaxy Girl makes a point here. I totally forgot to mention that scene.
Check out the hilarious new cat memes featuring Cat Noir. They're perfect.
Okay, first of all, Zag decided to have this small scene of Marinette looking at Cat Noir memes. Completely unnecessary for the plot, so maybe they just want one more thing to show the development of Ladybug's feelings for Cat. Also, she was laughing hard at puns we've heard before from Cat Noir. She does not openly laugh that hard when he makes puns in front of her. Like in my first Signs video when I talked about Marinette laughing to herself, and when she was saying that Cat Noir's puns weren't that bad in her diary, maybe it's another case of her revealing her true feelings a little more when he's not there. In backorder, after Marinette gives Adrien Master Fu's medication paper instead of her confession letter, Adrien
Spent the whole weekend walking around London looking for it.
to get what Marinette needed. He said that it was because it seemed important. Important enough to get that kind of dedication? Sheesh, this is not a life or death situation. If someone dedicates so much time and effort for someone, they are definitely special to them, mostly in a romantic sense. I mean, if it's just friendship, you wouldn't even go to those kinds of lengths most of the time. Hey dude, sorry, I spent like at least half an hour looking for that type of shirt you wanted, while also shopping for myself, but I was simply unsuccessful in this impossible quest. Yeah, maybe I'll just get you this other cute shirt I saw, how does that sound? You know, to spend the whole weekend to get her exactly what she needed? Wow. Alya also commented, he had you on his mind all weekend. He even brought back a gift for you. Even though what Marinette asked Adrien to get was a silly as constipation capsules. I'm still not over it. Only you can give it to me. You can probably find those somewhere else in France, and sometimes you can just eat healthier. But sheesh, it was hard to find for Adrien, but he kept on. Okay, hold up. I want to briefly talk about something for a moment. Let's take a look at this. Whoa, check this out. Isn't this cool? Like, did I buy it? Nope. Someone actually made it and gave it to me. It's crazy, right? Like they made this. That's so cool. So I have a like ladybug yo-yo. Looks like the actual thing. It's amazing. And some Cat Noir rings, and the reason I have 4 was because they weren't sure which one would fit me, so they just made a bunch, and I think this one fits me the most. I like to wear rings on my pointer finger, so here's how it looks on there. It's kind of dark. There you go. Oh my gosh. Looks like freaking legit. And I even got this, a Gabriel Agreste brand sticker. And this dude's super cool, okay? I even got a llama phone stand that came with a package, and this nice letter too. Basically says, hey Yami, it took a long time to finally get all the stuff finished. here it is. Hope you enjoy it. I can always change the ring sizes if you need me to. Then some humor. Then good luck with your YouTube channel. Really super nice stuff. And if you're wondering who made it, his name is 𝗀𝗀𝗂𝗿𝗀, and you can check out his channel right there. And he's even made some props here and there, like one from Doctor Who, and another one from Fortnite. That's crazy. He just uses a 3D printer, and he makes all these things. Okay, I must say that's all the time we have for this video, but don't worry, I'm going to be releasing more real soon. But I do have to finish this test coming right up, so I don't know when the next one's going to be, but I'll try to make it quick. How many signs videos in total? We'll see. Until then, bye!